Hi, this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum, and this is going to be the first episode in a series of episodes dealing with hygiene and sex and the conversations that you should start having with your child on the spectrum. This one is basically hygiene for the youth. And when I say youth, I generally mean probably 4-year-olds until up to 5th or 6th grade, and you have to use your best judgment. But I say about 4 years old because generally that's when a typical child would start doing their bath routines by themselves. It doesn't mean you leave them alone in the bathroom, by the way. It just means they start teaching themselves of how to wash themselves or how to wash their hair. It doesn't mean you don't help. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying it's usually generally between those age groups. The first thing I would like to say to all parents out there is you should start calling their private parts penis and vagina. Please do not try to use different nicknames for it. The reason is as they get older, it will become very confusing. I realize that many different families use different nicknames for these areas. However, once they start doing into health education or they start seeing things or hearing things on television or whatever, they should know the proper names of these items or these areas. So you probably should use, like I said, penis and vagina. I'd also like to suggest making a chart for bath time. And the reason I say that is it's something simple that you can do, and you can start doing that, like I said, around age 4 or 5. And a chart can actually be laminated at any local Staples or anything like that now, or a teacher center. Sometimes even an autistic support teacher will help you create one. And it's literally step by step of what they should do while they're still in the bathroom or in the bathtub. For instance, yes, you should give them playtime. Most students love to still play in the bathtub at age 4 or 5 or 6. But then also have a picture of what they should do. Maybe the first thing that your family does is wash their hair. So step 1 would be to wet their hair. And then the second step would be to put shampoo. Third step would be to rinse it out. Fourth step maybe would be to wash the upper, or put soap on a washcloth or scrunchie or whatever you like to use or your child likes to use. Then do upper body, arms, but make sure you have it detailed. You can also have, like I said, pictures of just arms or upper body or the lower body, but also make sure they specify that they have to wash around their private areas. And that means to literally use the words like, lift up your testicles and rinse around it, or also, or lift up your penis and go that way. It's very difficult sometimes for students to wash their bottoms or, their backside. Make sure they're doing this early, because as they increase or they get older, a lot of times that's one area for some reason a lot of autistic students do not like to wash is their backside. If you build it into the routine and actually have it on their schedule at an early age, it will help you in the long run, and I promise you it will help you. Along with that, after bath time, I would even suggest to have a picture schedule laminated and placed above your sink. That way they know it's time to brush your teeth, and after you brush your teeth, rinse out the sink, because that's one of their quote-unquote chores, is cleaning up their bathroom. Also making sure that they've rinsed their toothbrush out and putting it back where it belongs. If also maybe they need to brush their hair, or actually then put on their clothes or their pajamas, whatever the case may be. But I would suggest 2 different schedules for youth hygiene, and that's to be placed one in the bathtub area and also one above the sink. You can also have one for morning and one for night, because I understand that most students don't like to take a bath in the morning, but before school they may need to have a checklist or a reminder of what they need to do. Maybe it's wash their face, and then you can have a picture of it, and then it's to brush their teeth or whatever the case may be. Daily reminders and actual visual pictures will help you in the long run, and eventually, before you know it, they'll be doing it basically all by themselves. So keep that in mind for the youth hygiene, and hopefully this has helped. And I'm Bridget with Life on Spectrum. Thanks for watching that episode, and make sure you come back and join us again for upcoming videos. They'll be uploaded almost on a daily basis. Also, if you really enjoyed us, like us below, or even leave a comment for us to respond back to. And if for all of you that are really involved in the Life on Spectrum, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We hope that this is worthwhile for you, and we'll see you next time on Life on Spectrum.